Hello everybody, before we start this video I'd like to give a shout out to 3 people this time. Don't worry, there will be more. This week we're doing Lady Gogeta, Yuna Nightcore, and SXFTII. And for everyone here at Shorter 2.5, as well as everyone from the Master Legion and everyone in the Shorter Patrol, I wish you good luck in your ongoing future. Now without any further ado, let's begin your feature presentation. Hello everybody, my name is Shorter 2.5 and this is a little bit different, for this is a update on Dragon Ball Super What If Haru at the Stars. Now, the Broly special is coming out in May, as promised, and before I do that, I feel like starting to talk about who is exactly canon and non-canon in this particular series, because if you remember, we had characters like Janemba, we had Tapion, we had Android 13, but what about the other characters that weren't specifically canon? Well, I've taken time to give it a little bit of a think about it to see which story arcs would be perfect for this particular What If before I move on to the next one, which is coming soon, by the way. So, as you can see here, yeah, we already have one confirmed character that's going to be in a filler arc, which of course is going to be in the Broly special, and it is the fused form of Kel and Caulifla, which is Kalale, which I really can't wait to share that with you once the episode comes out. But anyway, I'm going to be going through a good few characters that might actually make it into the Haru at the Stars canon. And of course all the credit goes to the original creators, but after giving it some thought, I thought they might be incorporated in there, because this is different to the original Dragon Ball story, so as a little surprise, why not add them as, like, guest stars of a Dragon Ball project? So, without any further ado, let's go through the characters, shall we? Now, if we take a look at this picture, which, of course, yeah, I took time to draw some character designs for it. Notice anyone different? This right here. For those who haven't watched the next Shorter Animations, the movie, it might not be familiar with this character, but just hear me out. There is a Shorter Animations version of this character, but now I can officially say that Espera from one of the Shorter Animations movies is in fact going to be canon in Haru of the Stars. So let me give you some background on it. Well, if you remember that scene where King Cold met King Vegeta, and of course they had a little buddy for a while, and then Frieza blew up every single sniper in the area, Espera was happy to be one of those snipers who was so eager to finally shoot down the evil tyrant. He survives, of course, the explosion, but then King Vegeta knew that, Espera was so hot-blooded and knew that he wanted to attack Frieza, and so King Vegeta, as a response to that, gave him a proper good telling, and then after that he was cryogenically frozen. But unlike the Shorter Animations version, he was killed during Planet Vegeta's destruction. So a little bit of a downer for Espera, but it's really glad to know that he was at least part of King Vegeta's army before he got axed off. Good on you, Espera. Good on you. Moving right along. Okay, though. For those who are not familiar with RedScotGaming's walkthrough of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, his story, the story that he has, contains the adventures of the greatest Frieza Force member of all time, Tony Cold. And it would just so happen that Tony Cold and his friend Ice are indeed canon. And before you ask, where is Max Stone? Well, let's just say that Max Stone was in the Oob arc after, Nock was knocked out by Vegeta. I could say that, yeah. Max Stone versus Vegeta. There's your fight right there. Okay, anyway. And as for Tony and Ice, those two were planning an insurrection against Frieza just right after Planet Vegeta's destruction. But after they got news of Planet Vegeta's destruction, and Cooler was there, trying to eliminate any insurrection at the Frieza Force, after Cooler learnt the news, he went straight back to his ship to process anything that's been given to him. Sorry for stuttering. And he then proceeds to use a supernova, destroying the two of them and the planet they were on. Not really the best way to go out, but hey, at least there's the main series. So, Iced and Tony, you did well. You did good. Moving along with RedScotGaming cameos, and I think this is probably going to be the last one. is in fact one of those characters that has a tendency to interact with Bardock, especially in the Haru at the Stars timeline. This is, of course, Christina, who is a Saiyan, which, of course, I'm really impressed with in the main series, by the way, but I feel like that the Christina in the Haruverse is going to be like Gine's little wingman, and obviously greets Bardock every so often, despite, you know, her being young and all. But here's the thing is, what makes Christina absolutely fantastic is that when she was still in the nursing capsules, and I think this is when he was checking Broly, King Vegeta said, and I quote, "Such a fine power level. If she wasn't so small, I might consider her to be my high-ranking general." High praise from King Vegeta, but unfortunately, like Espera, Christina does indeed die with Planet Vegeta, but again, there's always the main series, and RedScotGaming really can't wait for the next episode, so moving right along. So, for those who have not seen the photo mode special for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, there was a certain little arc that I revealed, a sneaky little arc that I placed in there saying that it was coming soon, but you know, now that it's all done and hopefully ready for the year ahead, I can now officially confirm, I can fully say with the ultimate certainty that the characters Turles and Slug are indeed canon. That's right, boys. Turles and Slug are canon, but not just in not individually. They're there at the same time. So allow me to explain. After Planet Vegeta's destruction, Turles in the Haruverse decides to join the Frieza Force for a good amount of time anyway. And honestly, he wasn't there on Earth. He was sort of like on the sidelines with his little buddies from the Crusher Corps. But then after Broly showed up, Turles decided to leave the Frieza Force to seek his own little glory, and he just so happened to went into a civil war with Lord Slug. Now, these two, they're going to be partners in crime in the new Tree of Might arc. That might even give Slug back his youth and power, but also give Turles a little something special. More details will be found out next time. So, I'll be continuing to work on Haru at the Stars at least one more arc, including this one, but I cannot wait to share the Broly episode with all yous, and it's going to be epic. There's going to be a couple of fillers, but then when we get to the straight story, but don't worry about it, all those fillers are canon. I can say with certainty that every filler that I do, including Haru at the Stars, is canon. Okay, if you want to ignore Short Animation Season 2 and go skip straight to the end of it, then it's all canon. I can say that with certainty. But anyway, the Tree of Might saga, it's going to be pretty hectic, I won't lie. So without any further ado, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more adventures of Haru and her friends coming soon. Especially now that Turles and Slug are here, things are going to get a little different around here. And that's all I've got to say about that. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.